Okay, guys, we are back. We are live, and so many things happening. I've done 4 videos. Like this is my fourth video since yesterday. 12 hours of non-stop work, videos, YouTube, everything. Had fun. Did different kinds of videos yesterday. FPL. Then you can say the Know Your YouTuber one with Simpy. Then beyond that, funny. I went and did a preview on another channel for the Manchester City versus Arsenal game. So three different kind of videos, three different things yesterday, and this is now like the fourth different thing that I'm doing. Just an update: India has resumed batting today in the third test, fourth day of the test match series that is going on against England, and they are 215 for two currently, and they were trailing by 139 runs before the day started. So it started now, and let's see what they can do. If they score like 300, 400 more runs, then they can get back into the game. The pitch is kind of dead, and yeah, it's kind of England's game to lose or draw. So let's see what happens there. But anyways, enough with the cricket now. Let's get back to the football and FPL. So as you guys know, the deadline for the Fantasy Premier League game week 3 is already done. I hope people have made their teams, and if you haven't, then the changes are only going to reflect in game week 4 now. And there is an international break in between. So what's the point? And today is the last game week of the month. So good luck to all of you. And I have said in my previous videos that I have predicted rather that at the end of this international break could be one of the best times to use wildcard number one, because we don't know what will be the COVID situation. We don't know what will be, you can say, the injury updates that come out, and all those things matter a lot in FPL. And if you have players who have gone out, you can say, and like they come out injured, or there is some concern about the COVID, and the health wise, like Arsenal has been the worst hit in that case right now. So far, we had 10 players out. If I had seen the last update on Premier League injury table, so we had around 10 players out who were not there at that point of time, and it was what it was. One second. Yeah, I'm sharing the videos on a few platforms. So big up to everyone who joins in and supports the channel as well. Oh, there is some sad news coming in. Chris Wheatley has tweeted out that former Arsenal youth player Sam Oji has passed away in the early mornings hours of this morning at the age of 35. He started his career in the academy before going on to play for the likes of Birmingham and Leyton Orient. So Chris tweeted it out. So rest in peace, and big up Ryan in the chat as well. I hope Ryan, you saw the code in the FPL videos and joined the free league. Uh, it is good if you get used to playing FPL at a young age, then you can probably enjoy it a bit more, maybe in a year or two, because it takes time to learn FPL. FPL has a lot of tricks of the trade that you need to, you can say, put into the game, and then you will grow. So I am just looking at this post and I'm retweeting it out. I have put the link of our Twitter handle in the description as well, so all you guys can just follow us on Twitter as well. We are at 4,500 now, 500 away from 5,000. So what I'll do is I have made finalized my team. I helped my dad with this team as well. So I'll be just sharing the screen and showing you what the final team is. I did not take a minus this time. I just made one change this time because I want to save all the minuses for my team after the you can say once the international break is done. But we will need some time before we get into the teams because as the thing is, FPL is currently updating their website, and they will take another 10 to 15 minutes. But to give you an idea, the player that I've replaced, as I mentioned in my previous video, was Buendia was replaced by Ben Rama. Like Ben Rama has been scoring some big points at this point of time. He's been doing well, and it was essential to get him out of the team because he wasn't performing at the end of the day. And the only major change that I will share with you, and because the deadline is done, so it doesn't even matter now. The major, you can say, the risk that I've taken, the differential, that is, I said in my last video, in my team it is, my captain for this game week is not Bruno Fernandes, is not Mo Salah, it's Antonio. My captain for this game week is Antonio. He has a game. West Ham is playing against West Ham is playing against Crystal Palace. I had asked this question for fun on the Gunner Circle channel. I think that is the Gunner Circle channel. I asked them for fun, who do you think will get sacked before, Patrick Vieira or Mikel Arteta? It was just asked for fun, and my prediction is now coming true. And I get the feeling that it's going to be Patrick Vieira who's going to get sacked soon. So it is what it is at the end of the day. And as I was saying, my captain is Antonio versus Crystal Palace. It is a differential, it is different. Not a lot of people will have done it, but I have done it. And that is the kind of change that I am, that is the difference that I've made. And it is what it is. And 1 second, just second. One second. Waiting for FPL to load. One second. Okay, big up to all you guys in the chat as well, people watching the video. Just waiting for the FPL to load as well. It won't take that long, but it takes a bit of a time, while you can say, at times. But big up Ankit in the chat as well. Big up Ryan who was texting before as well. So yeah, let's see. I don't think it's highly unlikely, and the lineup will be a crazy one. So that is another thing. Like, it is what it is. Beating Man City is anyways not a child's play. It's not going to be easy at all. So if we get something out of the game, then great. If we don't get something out of the game, then yeah, I know. I know, for you. But the thing is, at the end of the day, like, beating Man City is never a child's play. So it is what it is, and we can wait and watch what happens there. And if that happens, then if we beat Man City, then why not? That will be the best thing ever that has happened, and great points to gather. Yes, the lineup isn't out yet. It will be out in 7 minutes. It might be out like on Twitter, maybe to an extent. People leak it out. So for me, it has not been leaked yet. I am trying to look at my sources if I get something out of it. So just looking here and there and like what's going on with it. But let's see what happens. Hold on a minute. I wanted to share the video. It's been shared now on a lot of WhatsApp groups and stuff. Big up to you guys in the chat. Big up to the 3 people watching. Just waiting for a couple of minutes. Waiting for FPL to update their website. Even they are doing that. Let me see till then what can I get on Manchester City versus Arsenal. Is the lineup out? Let me talk about the head-to-head record. Obviously, that is the only place that we like to be because we have more wins than them. And currently, West Ham is leading the table. 1 second. Stats. Why is stats showing the table? That is stupid. Anyways, Manchester City are unbeaten in their last 11 games. I saw this, and against Arsenal, since a 2-1 defeat at the Emirates in December 2015. So this is in the Premier League games, and they have taken 28 out of a possible 30 points against the Gunners under Pep Guardiola. So that's how bad it is. 28 points. Let me share this on the screen so that you know I'm not lying. Big up Bhargav. I decided to stay up all night instead of missing the game. Oh, you're gonna wish you had slept off. But anyways, let's see what happens there. And it says that City has been unbeaten in the last 11 league games against us under Pep. Not just started because of Arteta, but Emery, Wenger. Not Wenger. I think it's more to do with Emery. 11 games. 11 games would go down to maybe Arteta's 2 last season, 1 and 2 more last season. And yeah, it has to go down to Wenger as well. Sorry, my bad. 6 games will be between Arteta and Emery. So before that, the five before that were Wenger. So 2015, right? Yeah, I should have seen the December 2015. Fuck it. Anyways, Arsenal have lost each of their 8 Premier League meetings with Manchester City. They're joint the last 8. Okay, this is unbeaten. So there were draws as well. I don't remember a draw. Maybe one draw, I think. But Arsenal have lost each of their 8 Premier League meetings with Manchester City. So they lost 8. So the three before that were draws. The joint longest run of consecutive defeats at a specific opponent in their league history. Also, it versus Leeds. Hmm. The joint longest run lost 8 of their. So they have lost 8. 3 were probably draws before that, or maybe there was a draw and a loss before that. So it's not. It was, but it's 8 consecutive losses. So today could be a miracle. We have done some things like that against Chelsea last season, against Manchester United. Miracles do happen. Anyways, Manchester City have kept a clean sheet in the last of their 6 of their 7 league meetings with Arsenal. Okay, time to change my FPL team, I guess. Time to get in Man City players now. But the thing is, you never know what defense Pep will employ. I wanted to go for Kyle Walker, but I removed him. Like I had my dad remove him from his team as well. Like, because the thing with Pep is, you know how Pep can be, and like it is Pep after all. But anyways, that is that, and eventually that is done. So the team can't be changed now. Arsenal have lost. Okay, including the last 4 in a row since the 3-1 home win in February. So I'm hoping. I guess this is. My prediction for this game is actually, in case you guys haven't heard it, it's 3-1. So this is the prediction that the last time we scored a goal against Manchester City, this is the same score line. Arsenal have lost their last 6 games against reigning Premier League champions. Great, conceding exactly 3 goals in each of the last 5. So it will be again 3-1. Great prediction. The Gunners have just of their one of their last 17 away league games against reigning champions. Okay, drawn 6, lost 10. With that victory coming at Manchester City in January 2015. So Manchester City has been the side that we have jinxed, we have beaten. So there are records that go in our favor. There are records that show that we're fucked. But Man City have won both of their last 2 Premier League home games with a by final score line. In the Premier League history, only Man City themselves and Chelsea have won 3 consecutive home games by 5 plus goals more. Don't try to scare us. That last stat is shit. Don't bother about it. But at the end of the day, it is what it is. The odds are in their favor. The form is in their favor. The situation is in their favor, and let's see what happens. And Ankit is saying, "Hey Bhargav, buzzing for this weekend, full footy, but already international break." I'm so surprised City did not go all out for a top striker. There are still days left in the transfer window. That could be seen. Lukaku versus Liverpool will be interesting. Ronaldo and Kane situations did not help. We better play defensive and really need Aubameyang coaching. We won't play defensive. The reason is we don't have Thomas Partey in the midfield to control the game. If it was Thomas Partey, it would have been a 3-4-3. No doubt about it. I can bet my life on it. If Thomas Partey was playing this game, it would have been a 3-4-3, not a 4-2-3-1. But because Thomas Partey is not there, Arteta knows that this defense can't defend without a solid midfielder, and Granit Xhaka can't do shit about it. He's not going to do anything against Manchester City. Lokonga is a more of a guy. I wouldn't be surprised if by chance, I'm saying, if by chance Arteta wants to play a defensive style of football today, what he will probably do is he will play El Neni alongside Lokonga. If Arteta has the sense that he wants to play defensive football, he will play, as I said, Lokonga alongside El Neni. He's not going to play Granit Xhaka. Okay, anyways. Keeper Martinez against Brentford. I had Sanchez who's playing Everton, so no, Martinez against Brentford is better. Luke Shaw, Amate, Digne, and Kofal. I don't know why I left Kofal as the vice captain, but okay, whatever it is. Crystal Palace is going to get fucked, but that could work in my favor. I actually didn't change my vice captain, but fuck it, that is a decent shout as well. Fernandes, Benrahma, Salah, and Dallas. Danny Ings up front against Brentford, and Antonio, my captain, against Crystal Palace. On the bench, Sanchez first. Okay, Trent is my first choice. I've not taken him because Chelsea, I think, will have more to say, Lukaku could trouble Trent as well, even though he moves around, like with his movement, I mean to say, and counter attack, he may try to target that right inside. Smith Rowe on the bench, Balogun on the bench. Smith Rowe, do I think he will have a good game or not? Obviously, he will. He always is having a good game right now. It would be very different of him if he doesn't have a good game. So I don't think that will happen. But the thing is, he's not getting any points for FPL because Arsenal hasn't scored a goal yet. Let them start scoring something. I'll bring him back into the team. We play better defensive and really need Aubameyang coaching. We played better defensive, which we did last season, like that complete shutout. When Thomas Partey was in the midfield, we don't have him anymore because he's injured right now. So we can't defend shit with Granit Xhaka in front of the defense. It needs a strong midfield as well. Kolasinac is playing. What the fuck? Oh, he's playing instead of Pablo Mari, right? I was thinking this would happen. I was seriously thinking this would happen. And Taiko has just given an update that Kolasinac is playing over Pablo Mari. I said this on my preview. Okay, we have the lineups out as well. Rob, what? He's playing 5 at the back. What the fuck? Then why is Cedric the right wing back? The right. What? Yeah, okay. I had predicted this that if we play 3-4-3, it will be Xhaka and Smith Rowe. But what has he done? Odegaard on the right wing, Saka on the left. Rather than that, Odegaard should be with Granit Xhaka and Smith Rowe should be on the right wing probably. Wait, what is this lineup? Okay, this lineup is crazy. He's big up Ankit, big up Taiko, and yeah, even that is my reaction. I am confused. I think Google has got it wrong. Let me try to dissect this video. Don't bother about what Google is saying. Okay, it is a 3-4-3. It's a 5-4-1. Nah, it's not a 5-4-1. It's a 3-4-3. Seriously, what the fuck? 5-4-1? Nah. Don't bother to listen to Google. Okay, Leno is playing. It's a 3 at the back. Kolasinac holding in Chambers. Tierney is playing wing back, left wing back. Cedric playing right wing back. Bukayo Saka. Hold on, but wait. Who are the 3 up front then? What the fuck? Yeah, it will be probably one side Bukayo Saka, on the other side Smith Rowe, and Granit Xhaka and Odegaard in the middle. I think this is wrong. Odegaard will come in the middle. Smith Rowe will go on the right. Saka and Smith Rowe assisting Aubameyang. They will create chances for Aubameyang and they'll push into the box. So don't listen to the shit 5-4-1. It's a 3-4-3. Kolasinac holding and Chambers as the 3 at the back. Again, I'm repeating it. Leno and goal, 3 at the back. Tierney as left wing back. Cedric as right wing back. Saka and Odegaard are actually assisting Aubameyang up front. So they form the front 3. And Saka and Smith Rowe will be assisting Aubameyang up front. And Odegaard and Granit Xhaka will be the 2 central guys, with Xhaka at the base of the midfield and Odegaard playing the box-to-box role. So this is kind of Google is shit in terms of formations. It's not gonna be only Granit Xhaka. You know what happens is when there is a 3-4-3, only the 2 on the flanks, that are the wing backs, they move forward. So what happens is 3 defenders are always at the back, sticking to their positions, and one of them will be covering the left flank, one of them will be covering the right flank, and there will be a guy at the center. The reason 3-4-3 is said to be more defensive is because one extra player, like generally there will be two defenders who will be staying at the back, but in a 3-4-3, what happens is 3 of the defenders, who are the central defenders, they fill in positions where they cover the flanks for any counter attack. And even if they don't go into the tackle or they don't go into the challenge, they just have to hold their position till another guy comes to assist them, which is generally the fullback that is falling back, or another midfielder can come in like Granit Xhaka, as you mentioned. So they come back and they assist the one guy who's already there, or the central defender. If there is an attack from one side, like if it is from the left side, the central defender will lean towards the left. The defender on the right will come in towards the center, so that there is always cover there and it is protected. So that is why 3-4-3 is said to be more secure in terms of defending rather than just maybe you can say uh, than a 4-3-3 or a 4-2-3-1. Because what happens is in a 4-2-3-1, if it's a 4-2-3-1, the fullbacks are pushing forward, and by the time there is a counter, they can't recover, and there are only two defenders. So what happens is if both of them lean towards one side, the other side gets exposed completely. So if there is someone who's running back at full pace from the other side, you just have to play a pass across, and that person has a good chance of scoring. Yeah, Lokonga is not playing. Okay, who's on the bench? Lokonga is on the bench. Ainsley is on the bench. Lacazette on the bench. Tavares on the bench. Pablo Mari, Ramsdale, Elneny, Okonga, and Gabriel Martinelli. The only thing that I'm not happy with this lineup is instead of Cedric, it should be Tavares one. Ignore the positional thing. Kolasinac. Okay, instead of Granit Xhaka, it could have been Lokonga, but Lokonga is more of a box to box, so I can completely understand. But Odegaard playing next to Xhaka. Okay, Odegaard likes his free space, so I do not have any problem with that. I think the only concern, as I said, is Cedric. Instead of Cedric, it should be Tavares. But then I get the point. What Arteta is trying to do is trying to start with Cedric. He will be giving Cedric some time and see whether Cedric can hold his own. Most of the attacks will be coming from the left hand side. Tierney is going to charge forward, and once maybe Tierney gets tired because Tierney is not fully fit. The only reason I think Tavares is on the bench is because Tierney's fitness is a concern. Tierney is not fully fit. So what will happen is once Tierney has run his race, like he'll be told to do it for 60 minutes at a stretch, keep giving it your all. Tavares will come in on the left hand side. The problem, if Tierney was fitter, I think Tavares would have been starting on the right hand side. They don't want to get Tavares into the game as well, and both of them are tired, and then there is no option. The funny thing is, Chambers is playing as a right back, but the thing is, again, he's not playing as a right back, he's playing as an RCB, but he will slot into that right back position, like try to block the wings. And Kolasinac's main problem is, see, you need to understand why I said that this could happen against West Brom is because Kolasinac's main problem is his lack of one brain feed. You can say his brain feed doesn't match with his physicality. His brain doesn't work all the time. The other thing is he used to get caught out of position because he used to enjoy playing forward a lot, but in this role he won't be pushing forward, so he will more or less be in position. The only thing is that his brain feed should start responding. If not, then we're fucked. But anyways, I think this is a game that we can somehow know that if we get something out of it doing this, then it's great. But I did not expect that we'll go defensive. I don't think we can still defend. It is like give it a try, a hit and trial kind of thing. I don't think this defense can still keep out City. They are trying to do it, but let's see. No, Lokonga is a crime. One of our best players so far. I get why he's one of our best only players. No, the thing with Lokonga is here he can't replace Granit Xhaka, and Arteta cannot drop Odegaard as well because Odegaard can play those passes as well. The only other alternative could have been that Odegaard plays Granit Xhaka's role, but he's not more kind of a defensive midfielder. That is the concern, and that is why he's not played Odegaard there. No, Lokonga again. Lokonga could come into the game as well, so that is the thing. Why does Pepe keep getting frozen out? It's been gonna be the same exact. He's not frozen out. The problem is where do you play Pepe in this kind of a formation? It's not the kind of formation that you want for Pepe. I mean, the thing is, see, Smith Rowe will be playing on the right wing. He'll be interchanging. So Smith Rowe has obviously been our best player, and he's not going to drop Smith Rowe. And so Saka, he destroyed West Brom. So again, he's back in form. So see, if it is Pepe or Saka or Pepe, obviously it's going to be Saka. So there, and if it's Smith Rowe or Pepe, it's again going to be Smith Rowe. So no doubt about it. We're going to get smashed. Even if we get smashed, City has their strongest lineup. No Mahrez on the bench. Gabriel Jesus, Ferran Torres, Jack Grealish, Bernardo Silva, Rodri, Gundogan, Walker, Diaz, Laporte, Cancelo, and Edison. Hold on one second. Sorry, fuck that. The only thing I think the main threat for City will be More than Grealish, it's going to be. I think Grealish can be kept out with this formation. I think the main threat for City will be Gabriel Jesus and Walker, that right hand side. Even Bernardo Silva to an extent. That right side will be the main threat. Cancelo, because they'll be up against Kolasinac as well. No, I think the right side will be a more threat for City, and Walker, Silva, and Bernardo Silva and Gabriel Jesus. This is the side that will be the threat. I think the left hand side. I think Grealish could be kept out with this formation. We are screwed. We were already screwed in this game. If we get something out of it, it will be a miracle. Praying for Oba. Oba will get his chances, definitely. He'll get 3 or 4 chances. He needs to take at least 1 or 2 of those. If he can take 1 or 2 of those, and City will be then in trouble, they'll be under pressure. Nicolas Pepe is unwell and will miss. Oh, I say, fuck the damn FA. They made Arsenal play with COVID positive players, and now Pepe is also unwell. So this is one of the main reasons why he's gone for this defensive. He's gone for defensive style of play. He's gone for defensive style of play because what the fuck, man? These FA guys are fucking morons. I'm starting a hashtag on Twitter. FCKUFA. I'm putting it out there. If you wanna start using it, you can start using it. No, his deal with Fenerbahce broke down, so he's not. I am starting. This is like because of these guys. These guys have fucked it up. We should have not been playing that first game, and this is what it is now. It's come down to this. This isn't good. We are losing one player each week, and they are getting COVID, and this is bad. This is sad. It's happening with Arteta at a time where he should be having all his players to choose from, and this is just sad and pathetic. This is because the FA did not. It's not COVID yet, but who knows? Maybe the test. Let the test come out. Like Pepe unwell is not COVID, okay? But then no, but they have to drop him because of a precaution, okay? If it is something else, okay, yeah, I saw the Chris Wheatley tweet. That is fine for now. I'm okay, but then we don't have our players. We have lost so many players. We have lost so many players already because of COVID. Aubameyang missed a couple of weeks. Lacazette just came back. We don't have Ben White now. Who else? Randerson, okay. Willian, okay. But suppose if Willian didn't have COVID, I'm just giving you an example. He could have been pushing for a deal outside Arsenal. He could have been all set to leave Arsenal rather than having to eventually terminate his contract, which he did. But we could have actually sold him. We could have sold this guy if the FA didn't force us. If the FA didn't force us to play that game, and if Kolasinac was fit, and I'm still against the FA, but okay, but because you said it's not COVID, and I've deleted that tweet for now. But at the end of the day, I am still not happy that we had to go through that. Lacazette and Aubameyang should have been playing game week 1. If the game week 1 would have been postponed because as Arsenal demanded, for us at least, because we had COVID positive players, things could have been better, and it could have been just better for us. We wouldn't probably lose to Brentford the way we did because we did not have our main players. I'm not saying we would have not lost at all, but we would have not lost the way that we did. And overall, it is what it is now. And Kolasinac playing against Manchester City, a lot of Arsenal fans are giving him hate already. I think the way that Pablo Mari has played in the last 2 games, I think Kolasinac deserves a run. I think there is no other option there. I think people need to stop hating on him because the deal with Fenerbahce not going through right now is not his fault. Him being part of the squad is not his fault again. And So it's not his fault that he's into the team right now. He could have been at Fenerbahce, but the deal has not fallen off. Like it's fallen out, so it's not happened. So he's here. So I don't think there is any point blaming Kolasinac. What is he going to do? This game would have either had Pablo Mari, who's been shit himself, or Kolasinac. And Arteta needs. I think Kolasinac is quicker than Pablo Mari. So there is. What's the point of criticizing Kolasinac and saying he's shit when we know he's already in a lineup? He's going to be playing now. Just back him. Like we know he's shit. He can't play as a fullback, but at three at the back, Arteta made Mustafi look good, so Kolasinac can do a good job as well. Just that he needs to play properly. That is all we want, a good, decent game. If at the end if at the end of this game Arteta comes out with a point or more, it's gonna be, it better be called an Arteta masterclass then. One second, what the fuck? I'll look at it later. If Arteta comes out with anything like a point or 3 points from this game, it better be called an Arteta masterclass then. You can abuse Kolasinac if you want. I'm not going to, because I think I had predicted this after the West Brom game, that he played there as a centre back. He's again playing as a centre back. His main problem with defending is him playing as a full back. Playing in a three at the back, he can do something better because he won't be caught out of position. As I just explained, what the 3-4-3 does with regards to the defense. Big up Jordan in the chat as well. So Kolasinac playing as a left centre back in a three at the back could work. I'm not saying do it every week, but I am saying for this game it could work. And if we get something out of it, like a point or 3 points, it's going to be, you better call it an Arteta masterclass. So it is how it is. It could backfire. It could completely backfire. But then you need to remember, against City, how much chance did we have anyways? Like when we started off, I don't think too much. So if you're getting something out of the game, if you're getting points out of the game, 1 or 3, I think Arteta will deserve the credit. You can say City were poor. Agreed. Who cares? Who the fuck cares? I just showed you the record. I showed you the record. They haven't lost since 2015 in the league. They are undefeated. I mean, so if they lose today or if they drop a point, I'll take it. It's a moral victory for us. After the West Brom game, a point or 3 points against City is always a moral victory. We can take that positive after the international break into the game against Norwich, smash them, and get back into the league. So I am positive about it. If you do not expect Kolasinac to be playing as a left centre back, then maybe you need to see how Pablo Mari has been playing so far in the first 2 games. He needs a little break somewhere, and he'll get that in the international break. He may be brought back against Norwich. That could be a different thing. Or Gabriel, who's going to be back. That could be the best thing ever right now. So I think right now there is no point in hating on the likes of Kolasinac. There's no point on hating on the likes of Callum Chambers or Raul Holding as well. They need to step up and man up and play well in the 3-man defense that we have, 3 at the back. The wing backs again. Cedric, it all depends on Cedric. If Cedric has a good game, we can actually do something. Tierney will have a lot more freedom. He'll keep pushing forward. He'll keep pushing for chances. It depends on what kind of game also Cedric has. So that is another big factor as well. It's not going to be easy. It's never going to be easy against Man City. It is a fact. But we need to look at what can be done and need to move on. Okay, there has been a wicket lost by India, which has started off with. It's 233 for 3. Pujara went for 91. He didn't add to his overnight score, which was a thing that I was always concerned about. It happens. And India trail by 121 runs right now. So it's the first session of day 4. So already a wicket has been lost. So that is that. And if you watch cricket, you can check that out. It's going on. It's a 5-match series. India leads 1-0, and it's the 3rd match now. So the thing is, it's happening in Headingley. Yeah, the thing is, as I was adding, the lineup is something that you would expect. The only player, as people are disappointed right now, is Lokonga, who's not playing. But then he's played Odegaard instead. So I don't mind it. Like, if Odegaard does not perform there, like maybe we start conceding a few goals, then you can always bring in Lokonga to replace him. Or you can probably bring in, I don't know whether he'll try this, playing Odegaard at the base and to play those long passes from there, and then Lokonga as the box-to-box. That could be the start of something brilliant and new. So it depends. So let's see what happens. Overall, I'm not too displeased with the lineup. Only thing that I would have wanted was Cedric over Tavares all day long. So I will be tweeting it out. If you guys aren't following me on Twitter, just check out the Twitter handle. It's Beyond the Post _ on Twitter, and you can check that out and you can give me a follow. And I will be tweeting out some more opinions about the game as well before the game starts. It's still 40 minutes to go into the game. I don't think this game will be a true reflection of Arteta in versus Arteta out. I mean, he's still going to be here at the end of the Manchester City game, but if he loses some of the other games that are upcoming, I think that is the point where his, you can say, job will be under threat, real threat. So big up to all you guys for tuning into this video. I'll wrap it up here because it is more to do with the lineup, and let's see what happens. Come on, you Gunners. Let's get this game done and let's win, and or try to get a point at least out of it. So big up to all you guys. Be home, be safe, enjoy the game, and for all you Gunners out there, Gooners out there, come on, you Gunners.